The next module is highway alignment and surveys. Second module. Here we will be discussing about the different requirements of an alignment, ideal requirements, different types of surveys that are needed, and how to locate the final alignment. Now let us start with the highway alignment and its requirements. So you can in the introduction, the position or the layout of the center line of the highway on the ground is called as the alignment. The alignment can be fixed in two different ways. One is a horizontal alignment and other is vertical alignment, the combination of which will make the final alignment. Now how alignment need to be? Alignment to be called as a ideal when it is short, when it is easy, when it is safe, and also it need to be economical. In what way we can say that it is need to be short? As you know, to reach from one origin to other destination, there might be different ways to reach, and in that the one which is shortest, always the straight line connecting one origin and other destination will be the shortest. And if it is not possible because of some other the obstructions, then the shortest path to reach that destination will be the best suitable alignment. And easy, in what way it need to be easy? The alignment need to be easy in construction, in easy in maintenance, because there will be some of these situations, maybe the terrain conditions or some other factors which obstruct the construction process and maintenance process, and that should not be the case in the alignment that is fixed. So then only it can be called as an ideal alignment. And about safety, so it need to be safe at the time of construction and even at the time of operation. At the time of construction, there should not the terrain condition or some other factor should not be hazardous, or it should not make difficulty in the construction or maintenance process. And during the operation, the traffic should be safe enough while maneuvering that alignment. Then only that alignment can be called as an ideal alignment. Then last comes about the economical. The alignment should be economical, and it can be considered so only if the total life cycle cost is less. So what does that life cycle cost means? It is the combination of initial cost, where we invest at the time of construction, then maintenance cost, and then vehicle operation cost. The vehicle operation cost can be measured in terms of the fuel consumption and also the problems that it causes to the vehicles, especially it is measured with respect to the tire life cycle. So the combination of all these costs can be treated as a life cycle cost, and that life cycle cost need to be as less as possible for an ideal alignment. These are the four most important requirements of an ideal alignment: short, easy, safe, and economical. Then what are the factors that control, or fact we can also say that as factors affecting the alignment? And they are obligatory points, traffic factors, geometric design, economic considerations, and other considerations. What does this obligatory point represent? Points through which alignment should pass through, points through which alignment should not pass. If we consider this first point, alignment should pass through, here you can see at the bridge site, at mountainous, and at tunnels, and at intermediate towns. So what happens, especially at the bridge sites or locations, the alignment should be such that it need to pass exactly perpendicular to the river alignment or any water resource alignment. If it is skew or curved at that section, then that may cause difficulty in future, because the natural resources width will not be fixed. Especially at a curved sections, especially at curved sections of river or any other water resource alignments. In coming years, that width may increase. There is a maximum possibilities of increase. So that's why the location of highway alignment need to be fixed in such a way that there should not be any curved alignment of a river. It need to be short and it need to be straight. Especially that location is selected for the fixing the highway alignment so that bridges can be constructed easily and with a maximum expected design life. Then when it comes to the mountainous, while the alignment passes through a mountain, the various alternative proposals can be made. One is, it if it is possible, then that mountain can be cut and alignments can be fixed. Or else, if it is possible to construct a tunnel, then it can be gone through the tunnel. Or if there is no other possibilities, if that mountain is 100% obstruction in between, then surrounding the alignment it is possible to fix the alignment. These are the different possible alternatives that can be fixed when when alignment need to pass through the mountain. Then construct tunnels or go through around the hills. These are, as I told you, these are different alternatives that can be chosen when it comes to a mountain as an obstruction. Then intermediate town. If there is an intermediate town, the alignment may be slightly deviated to connect an intermediate town or village, and there are different possibility or possible ways of connecting those town. If it is okay with the budget, then directly that alignment can be taken to the town and then diverted to the required destination. Or else a straight short alignment can be fixed from one origin to other destination, and the intermediate connective alignment can be fixed to that intermediate town. So these are different ways of points through which alignment should pass through, and where alignment should not pass. When it is a religious places, when it is very costly structures, when it is lakes or ponds, and now you can consider that as some other locations like a forest area, some other reserved areas. So that should that if the alignment is fixed along such locations, then it will be really difficult to get the permission from the authorities for the construction of alignments, because there will be reserved, especially when it comes to the reserved forest, then cutting the trees will be a major headache, and that is not possible to get the permission easily. Because of such things, it is best to divert the alignment so that we can bypass such important places like religious places, costly structures, some other lakes or ponds, or some other reserved areas. These are some of the obligatory points, factors. Then when it comes to the traffic factors, it is a general consideration that when there is increase in traffic, then definitely there will be increase in the features required for a highway alignment. If it is less, then low class highways can be constructed. And in the same way, geometric design will also affect the alignment, depending on the minimum number of curves required, depending on the terrain conditions. These are different requirements of a geometry which force us to change the alignment. So that's why it is considered in the factors that affect the alignment fixing. And about the economic considerations, depending on the type of area, depending on the type of soil, depending on the other factors in that location, if the soil is best, then we can go with that type of soil and that type of alignment. If the soil is not good in that alignment, then better to shift the alignment so that you can get the best soil. So that reduces the budget consideration. So in the same way, there are different factors with respect to economy that influences the alignment. There are many other factors like drainage, type of any political influence, and many. So this is about the factors affecting the